Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. Bring it in. You ain't got nothing. Hey! Get it.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
You got nothing.
From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Ready? Is it set? Ready? Tight 8. Move.
They'll run on first down. Corbin. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down now, Corbin. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Great. Check. 20.
Here we go. Hey, check.
Now Newton. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the red zone now, Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Newton. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Tack McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. 51. Plus 59. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up. He's got it. Get up.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
54. So we got man. 39. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Check it, Henry. Wait.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Ryan. almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Taking a shot for... It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Carolina. 47 yards.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check 99. Check 99.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Gun. Mike, check. 59. Don't get nervous.
Now Newton. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete.
Newton's pass. Incomplete from the contact.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. They made his first, this from 47 yards out.
A 47-yard.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. 6-0 our score after 1. 2nd quarter now, Falcon football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Check. Kill. Let him go.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 at the Panthers' 42-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming. Gun. Hey, replay. Good job. Let's go.
Now it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon.
Gun. Mike 5'9". I'm here. Gun.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Davis now to return it. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Down.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
51. 56 to Mike. 56 is... Hey, Zoo. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Ready, we're ready. We're ready. 56. Defense wins championships, baby. Got it. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. You. Got it. 56.
Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terry Poe in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taking it about the 16. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and 1, Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton and an alley to run. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Express! Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. It's a party now. It's a party now. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Express! Go now! 40. Express! Record! 45, Mike. Express!
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Great.
He don't want it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Set 180.
Tighten up.
8.
Pull it together. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. 3.
Wait.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
They snap it to Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Let's get off the field. 56.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Check in.
21.
Double. Mike 28. I don't think you got it, son.
Mike 28.
Not today, Mike. Not today. Hey, number 28, Mike.
58.
Check in.
Throwing again. Ryan. Caught by Jones. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike's 56. I got you, son.
56. Mike, 56. Right there.
22.
Let's go. Mike 56. Mike 56.
From the shotgun, Ryan has got his target. It's Cobb. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Check. Watch 54.
Ready to go.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
I'm coming. Check.
To throw again. Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. And Freeman lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free, creating something good for your team.
Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Set. 180.
Check, 59. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Whip.
Watch the whip. Gun.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Freeman. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Ryan. Jones has it. 11 yards there, first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Push him back. Push him back.
Hey, Tuesday.
Quick throw from Ryan here to Ridley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a third down.
Blue 80.
56.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Randall Cobb, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. The extra point up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Off play action. Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ready, white 25. I got it.
Big gap.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Ready, white 25.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Check 52. 20. 25. 25.
10th carry for Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Ryan. Caught by Cobb. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
You gonna take
Great. Express.
Ringo.
20.
Mike's 50.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Play action. It's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Quick slant caught by Moore. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, rush coming, and he's taken down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Check.
Here's Ryan to throw. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
21. 56. Hey, high 7. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Again, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. You can't block me. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Target.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Let's go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Check me out. 54 Mike. Check.
To throw again is Ryan. It's caught. Jones. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming after you. Bravo.
Throwing again, Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Ryan will throw again. That's complete to Kyle. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. they can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Looking to throw again on second down. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Gun. Great.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
You don't want it. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
I got one.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Set. Mike said it's 3.
Here we go, G.
20.
Newton. Rolling to his left. He'll run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now it's Newton. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Defensively, they know the situation. They stacked the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. And if they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Falcons, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.